Hey, hello there. Welcome to Love Audio. Now, if you're new here, you don't know me, my name is Paul Webber. I'm very, very pleased to be here. Glad you are as well. Thank you so much for joining the stream. If you are new, then please say hi in the comments and I'll introduce you to the regulars. And regulars, by the way, make sure that the newcomers feel very welcome in this group. Okay. Now, the purpose of the Love Audio channel on YouTube is to offer beginners in audio production a friendly, safe and fun platform on which to learn the basics together, and that includes me, okay? So if you're on board with that, let's get right on to it, shall we? Sorry, you're probably hearing rustling and knocking going on. I've got a new ring light, which I'm just kind of balancing where it's not supposed to be currently. Just over the camera there. I want to make sure it doesn't fall over, so fingers crossed, wind in the right direction, that'll be fine. Let's say hi to some people then. Hello to Wit. Hello to Wit Prophet, he's new. Hello to you. Also hi to Sandy, Awakenings Within. Hello to you, Sandy. Cool intro, she says. Thank you very much indeed. Let's put that on the screen. In fact, now we've got some space to do so, so we'll send that to there. That should work, fingers crossed. And the wind in the right direction. Also on is Tom and Becky, and they're in Somerset. So let's have a big welcome to Tom and Becky over there in Taunton, in Somerset. Watching on the last day off of work. So back to the grindstone tomorrow then, Tom. Brilliant. Also hi to Dan Woodward, listening hopefully somewhere near Swindon in Wiltshire. Fingers crossed. Hello to you, Dan. Let's have a look here. We've got Rowan Ford from Teignmouth in South Devon, just where Love Audio is based as well, which is brilliant. And the very best of luck, Rowan, with your move tomorrow. That sounds really exciting, moving to a new property. Always good. And I'll be glad to be helping you in the morning once I've unloaded the equipment from my van, all right? Very best of luck to you. Okay, I think we've covered everybody. If there's anybody else, please do say hi. And if you are interested in looking at loops, when you're doing your audio production, if you're looking at loops in particular, you like to use loops over and over again, whether that's 2, 4, 8 bars, whatever it might be, and then you duplicate those to make your song, then that's what we're going to be looking at tonight in detail on the Presonus Studio One 5 professional software that I've got. So without further ado, let me put this onto that screen there. You can see my desktop on the screen there to the side of me, which is brilliant. And what I'm going to do is bring up a new instance of the software. The reason for doing that is that when you first open Studio One Professional with a new song and you set up that new song profile, what you want it to do is you want to tick a little box, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. Once this finished loading, I'll show you what that box is. And if you don't do that, when you Rowan says welcome new person. Rowan, say hi to Hugh Demand is actually Wit. So look here, Wit Prophet. So hi to Wit, W-H-I-T, Wit, brilliant. OMG, moving day tomorrow, says Rowan, brilliant. You'll have to pop down for a drink once I'm in and settled. You're absolutely right, that would be wonderful. And I'll bring a gift to kind of, you know, a bit of a housewarming thing as well. So rest assured I'll be doing that. Thanks, Rowan. Okay, so let's get on to it then. This is Studio One Professional, which is the software that I use in order to mix and record my own voice or mix and record other people. Sadly, because of the thing that we can't mention, stopping everything from happening, the studio hasn't yet been hired out since February, March time probably. So that will come back again, of course, and musicians can use this, vocalists can use this, got a vocal booth which is behind the microphone there, and I'll be glad to be able to show people around and help produce whatever they want to produce and record. So looking forward to that very much indeed. Okay, so we've got the panel here, and you've got options across the top here. So the first one says new song, and that's what we're going to be clicking on in a second. Further to the right, you've got new project. Then you've got new show. That's for use when you're out on the road, when you're doing it live, and you can actually use the software when you go live as well. That's a brilliant new feature that they've just launched. And if you want to open an existing file, just click on that and then search through your existing files. But today, because we're going to be using the loops, we're going straight in and we're going to open up a new song. And then you get this dialog box here. Let me just move that over a bit because I can't see it beyond my new ring light. Can you see the ring light in my eyes? Probably not. It was quite a reasonable purchase, I have to say. And, you know, other than having these two huge great spotlights on, I thought, well, we'll have it a bit more subdued today with just some light coming in towards my face. So I hope that works. So going on to this empty song then, excuse me. Well, I want to retitle it first of all. So the top dialog box there says song title. So immediately we want to change that. And also the location I'm finding is not quite right. So I'm going to go back here and the location should be there instead. Select folder. There we go. So that's better. And then I want to put in here loops demo 310820. I always try and date them because then once I'm looking through my files, I then go, if I want to go back and research any of the stuff that I've done, I can find it at ease if it's got that particular date on it, which is cool. Okay, so now we've done that. We've got sample rate of 48K. I like to record in 48K. You could do 44.1, which is CD quality, but I prefer 48K, which is studio quality. Resolution is 24 bits. Time base is seconds because I'm not working to the bar. Well, let me think. Actually, that might be a good idea. Let's change that to bars and we'll see if we get on right. We can change that at a later date if we need to. Duration of the song, 5 minutes. I don't think we need any longer than that. And the standard tempo that always comes up before you change anything is 120 beats per minute. I know some of you on the stream would prefer it a lot faster than that. But we're going to keep it at 120, okay? And I'll show you why I'm going to do that in a second or two. Time signature, we're going to go with a 4/4. Key signature won't count at the moment until it starts to recognize some of that audio. And then, of course, we can change that if we need to. And the software is really good at recognizing the key that that particular song is in as well, which is brilliant. And then this is the box I was trying to allude to earlier. So if you don't tick this, what happens is when you drag a loop in, it will automatically be at the same BPMs that it was set at. So whether that's 135, whether that's 120 or 98 or whatever it might be. So unless you change that, whatever sample you drag in will always be at the sample rate that it started off with. Okay, so if you're looking at, you know, bringing in loops, it won't matter so much if you're doing a normal song and you know what beats per minute it's going to be in the tempo and everything else. But if you're working with loops and you're dragging those in, you really want that to be ticked so that you can drag them in and they appear. It says here stretch audio files to song tempo, and generally the loops that we're going to be dragging in will be audio files. They won't be MIDI, they'll be audio files. Plus, of course, don't forget you can always mix down a MIDI file if you need to and make it an audio file, and then you can manipulate it accordingly. All right, so those two are ticked. Play overlaps, absolutely, just in case. Empty song, create an empty song. We've got a title. Let's click OK. There we go. Now, nothing in there at the moment because we haven't added 174 beats per minute, says Tom. I love that. No, it will not be 174 beats per minute. However, in a future stream, if that's something you'd like us to do, then maybe if you come down to the studio, Tom, we can experiment with making a drum and bass song if that's what you want to do. All right, just bookmark that one for a future episode. All right, now let's add some tracks in here because we've got nothing in here so far. So go to the top menu, drop down. You can add a mono track if you wish, but we're going to add some stereo tracks. You can add an instrument track as well if you're playing MIDI, which we did last week, of course. But this week we're looking at audio loops, bringing those in and having a little play around with some of the ones that are built into Studio One 5. So we add no, we don't add an instrument track. Hang on. See, I did that just without even thinking about it. Remove track. Right. So track, add stereo track. Going to add another one as well. And you know, you can do. Let's put 4 in, just a typical kind of 4-track mix. We won't need that many, to be fair, but we'll add them in anyway, and we'll see how we get on. Okay. So I like to have the drums at the top. Don't ask me why. It's always something you know, kind of drop down, or like drums, bass, let's say, keys, and whatever else is happening down there as well. All right. So let's relabel this drums. Okay, let's label this bass, Some of the loops we'll be bringing in, by the way, will be multi-track, so they'll have all those kind of instruments built in. They won't be necessarily separated like stems and things like that. Tom says, haha, you'll love it. Yeah, you'll love it. I'll have my headphones in listening to something else, but you'll definitely love it. Let's have a look here. Okay, so definitely hello to Whit. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Glad you're with me today. We've Whit and I and Sandy as well, and some other people have been doing a 31-day challenge. Okay, we've been going live every single day into a private Facebook group with different challenges each and every day. And today was day 31, of course, with 31 days in August. The next challenge that they're going to launch, and this is all via livestreamingpros.com. So if you're into live streaming or you want to get into it, get yourself onto livestreamingpros.com and take a look at what they've got to offer. They're the people that run this challenge that we're all taking part in currently, which is pretty cool. They've got like an online Zoom rap party taking place on Wednesday, the 2nd of September. So that should be good fun. And there was literally 500-600 people joining in with this particular month's challenges. It was so good. Anyway, so track 3, as I said, we're probably going to go with keys, but that might change, and it doesn't really matter what we put in there, to be fair. And then, of course, you can go down here and we'll put in, let's say, strings. Just for the hell of it. Okay, so without further ado, let's have a look here. So I've got loops here on the top. Can you see the top right hand side of the browser window? Okay, let me go to desktop. You might be able to see that better if I do that instead. Is that a little clearer? Hopefully it is. So on the left hand side, you've got several tabs across the top. You've got the home, then you've got instruments, which you can select from. You've got effects, and then you've got loops, files, the cloud. You've got a shop as well, pool, and the pool is where you tend to find stuff that you're working on. We'll save everything in this particular section here. So if you've done a piece, for instance, and you'd like it brought in again to a different project, you can drag that in and it will save it for you. But we're going to go to loops, okay, and I want you to help me, in, if you wouldn't mind, in the stream itself, in the chat. Just let me know what kind of genre you'd like me to pursue. So it's either going to be blues, classical, country, dubstep, EDM, which is electronic dance music, electropop rather. Yeah, underneath you've got folk, hip hop, house, jazz, minimal, pop, R&B, rock, trance, trap, whatever the hell that is, urban, world, and other. All right, so just drop a note quickly in the comments, if you will. Let me know what type of style of music you'd like me to experiment with the loops in, and we'll see what we can find under those headings. Okay, I shan't do anything more until you've told me what I should do. Let's put this on first. So any ideas yet? Any ideas of the style of music you'd like? Not seeing any comments so far. Come on, let me know. Something housey, I think, with blues influences. Okay, so Sandy says EDM. All right, so vote for each so far. Not bad. That should go pretty quickly. There we go. And then I'll put Sandy's in there as well. Electronic dance music. That's always a good one to work with, actually, to be fair. Something housey, I think, with blues influences. That kind of covers the EDM stuff, doesn't it? Because they haven't got house. They have got house as a subject there. Sandy, let me know if you're okay in the comments if we go with house. Something housey, blues influences, or EDM we've got so far. Tom's contradicting himself now and saying hip hop. Contradicting himself rather. It says hip hop. No, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I've just found a way of making the comments bigger on my little tablet here, which is good. That's good. Sandy loves house too. Brilliant. All right, well, I think we've kind of been outvoted, and I like house as well, so let's do the house section, all right? So what we've got here is under each of the headings, let me go back to the desktop so you can see this. If I do this instead, there we go. Okay, so on the headings, you've got a drop-down menu. So we've got a house, we've got drop-down, here we go. All right, you see, and there's so much you can explore with this particular piece of software. This is Studio One 5 Professional, and it's by a company called Presonus, Presonus. If you're looking for a digital audio workstation, I can't recommend it enough. It's just, you know, and I don't even scratch the surface on some of these streams of all the things that it can do. So I thoroughly recommend it, and we'll get into it in a second. Haha, you'd have to go down to 85 or something. Would, yeah, with hip hop, definitely. But yeah, house is a good shout. Thank you very much indeed, Tom. Brilliant. Glad you're enjoying that. Right, so what we've got here is several different settings. And again, I told you there's plenty to look at, right? So we've got, can I detach that? Perhaps I can't. So I'm trying to look through my my ring light, and it's kind of covering the screen for me. So what we've got is atmosphere. We've got bass, brass, drums, effects, guitar, keyboard, multi, organ, pads, percussion, piano, strings, synth, vocal, and other. All right. So we've got tons to go at. So I'll tell you what we'll do first. We'll drag in the drums, because we talked about that, didn't we? As that's where I like to work, kind of top down. So we'll put some drums in the top. Oh my gosh! So it's like ordering an American sandwich, isn't it? Would you like that on brown, rye, white, seeded, batch, Italian, hard? You know, it's like ordering something at Subway, isn't it? You get like 1,000 different options, or it's like ordering something from Starbucks, perhaps, where there's like a mochaccino with a frappe on top, and, you know, skinny latte and la la la. Oh, have to step out. Call from my hockey TV contact. We'll catch balance tomorrow. Good stuff. Thanks, Paul. Wait, no problem at all. The very best of luck to you and your hockey TV contact. That sounds pretty cool. If you need anything, of course, give me a shout. All right. Thank you so much. Sandy says, "Lol, ha." All right, so let's go with the drums. So here we've got acoustic, cymbal, electronic, full, hats, kick, snare, loop, no kick, one shot, snare, and toms. So let's have a listen to some of this stuff. So this is an acoustic, and it's 122. So you see what happens here. The sample is 122. Okay, so let's bring that up on the DAW. Let me know if this is too loud, by the way, guys. All right. So that's looping itself. What do you reckon to that as a kind of starting point? It's pretty funky, isn't it? I like that. Let's have a look at a different one here. We can use that going up to the drop, can't we? Oh no, there's a drop, look. Perfect. And then this one. I love it. Absolutely love it. I think we're on a winner. Okay, so let's drag in the first one. And we've got, if you notice, it snaps to grid. So this is taking up probably 2 full bars, maybe even 3. I don't know why it's got 3 bars in there, but anyway, let's have a listen to it. So if we play it back, yeah. What that's done is it's because we've dragged it into the song, the 122 beats per minute has now disappeared to 120 beats per minute. So it snaps accurately to the bar, which is brilliant. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we know that's fine. I'm gonna duplicate that. So right click, duplicate. That'll just put the same thing on again. So we've got from the beginning. Right, and here we go. This is where it gets interesting, because where was the one with the... Yeah, that's the drop there, isn't it? Let's drop that straight into there. Okay. So now it goes. Here we go. Whatever that looks like. I'm going to bring some more in. All right. And then I'm going to bring in the one with the, hang on, stop that. It's all right. I'm going to bring in the one with the toms, I think it was. Yeah. I'm going to drag that in as well. And we're going to go back to the drum beat again. Okay. So let's zoom that down a bit. And we're going to bring that, in fact, let's listen to this one. Yeah, okay, because that's a bit more harsh. So that can go there. And then we'll just duplicate that. Okay. Now I'm going to put a fill in part of this particular arrangement that we've got so that it kind of breaks things up a little bit. All right. Let me know if you're keeping up so far. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to cover, if I'm going too fast. So this is the drum beat that we've got so far. Here we go. And then it comes back to the chorus. Or whatever it might be, you know? We get a cymbal on the end of there. And you may not know this, but I like to produce jingles, and jingles are very short songs. So I'm looking at a song being no more than about 10-15 seconds. This is about a minute so far, if that. All right, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right. So what I wanted was some kind of filler in there. So we're going to have to go for a bit of a search in the drums section here to see if we can see a fill. Let's have a look here. If it's got some fills. One shots. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. What's this? No, it's just a one-shot clap. Nope. Although, dropping one of those into the before the kit's back in might not be a bad idea. Let me try that. Right at the end of there. So if we listen to this bit here. Right. No, maybe not. Slightly before that, don't we? So we want a beat back. Let's go. Got 16ths on the bar, haven't we? So that's fine. If we go back to there, perhaps. What's that? What does that sound like? Oh yeah, because it's on the offbeat. So yeah, that sounds good. All right, so what we've got so far is a drum beat, and it's, you know, however long it is. Let's play now with some bass. So we come out of the drums section. So if I'm kind of trying to, there we go. That's a bit better. I can see what I'm doing now. So we've got a bass, and we're going to go with, should we go with electric or electronic? Do you reckon electric or electronic? Let's have a listen to this first. Okay, I like that. No, let's do this one. And this one. Okay, that could be a different part of the song, couldn't it? And this one. All right, we'll use this one first. Nice. So we're going to drag that into there, and that should play along nicely. All right, so that's quite good. I'm going to put in, is it this one? Not that one, maybe this one. Okay, let's try that. What about this one? Okay, that can probably go in here, can't it? Although it's masking our clap. So I might drag that there for a minute. Wonder if the clap can go on top. Will that still play? Yes, it will. Good, okay. So we can bring that into there. and it's not going to interfere with the other one. So we need that other bass back in to there. Oh, it's too long. Okay, that's fine. Let's try that again then. Okay, why is that? Let's have a look. Hang on, let's go back to the beginning. Oh, it's slightly out of sync. Okay, that's fine. So what we do is we zoom in, make sure it snaps to grid like that, and then we go back out again. So this is how it sounds so far. And then it comes back in again. I love that. Absolutely love that. So we can then bring that bass back into there. And was that one again? Yeah, because it's slightly different, isn't it? And we'll finish. Ah, okay. So we'll overlap that. Maybe take that one out instead. Bring that one up there to there. Okay, let's try that. This doesn't look right to me. So let's see if it's. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Try that. Nice. Really nice. What do you think so far? Give us a thumbs up in the comments, yeah? So we're producing a bit of a dance track, kind of a housey dance track in this particular session, but it's just dragging the loops in and just playing around with them, making it sound really cool. Now, don't forget, this is just the bass and the drums so far. We need something in the middle here with the keys, I reckon. So we're going to bring some keys in now at this point at bar 7. All right. So we'll close that out for a second. And then we'll go to, let's have a look here, drums, get rid of that. So we want keyboard. We've got synth. Yeah, we've got synth, but let's have a look at keyboards first, see what comes up there. Loop. Let's have a listen to this. No, that's more kind of dancey, isn't it? So let's have a listen. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's try electric. Okay, it's a bit funky. Try this. Okay, and this one. I actually think that might work in that middle section there, but it's a tad long. But that's okay, because what we can do is go to bar 9. And use the edit tool and cut it off and remove that bit. Now this is all non-destructive, so whatever you're doing here isn't going to ruin that particular sample, because the sample will always be there. Whatever you've done to it in the project, it still remains whole and nothing can happen to it. Needs some reverse cymbals and crashes, says Tom. You're absolutely right. Let's get into that in a second or two with some more tracks perhaps. But let's have a listen to how we've got it so far as it breaks down. Let's go from here sort of thing. Actually needs to be longer, doesn't it? So let me where do we go with here? It was there, wasn't it? So yeah, I wonder if that'll work with that. Let's try that again. So let's go here a second and bring in that warm piece there, just to there, I reckon. Not quite. I'm just trying to think. It doesn't quite match so far. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not quite sure it works, to be fair, but this bit here, I think, hang on, this is what I'm missing, I think, so that needs to go to there again. Oh yeah, that does work, actually. I'm going to duplicate that because that does work really nicely. Let's duplicate that. So it goes from the beginning then. Keyboards. Oh, listen to that. Oh, so good. Nice finish. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Let's get rid of that bit there so it doesn't interfere with anything we've got going on, just in case. I do like that. That's good. And some reverse cymbals. We'll try and find those in the percussion section. So, yeah, good tip. All right. Let's go back to some strings now. We haven't got any strings in here at all, so kind of warm strings and stuff like that. Let's see what happens in the right key, hopefully. Let's have a look here. So we've got some loops here. Could this be the one? Could it be the one? Let's have a listen. Not really. Heartbreak strings in the key of F. Not really. And 122 in the key of B, I think that is. Or is it C? Hold up. No, it's too dire, isn't it? So let's not put strings in there. We might put some synth in though. Just at the end here. And don't forget, you can manipulate the notes as well. So, you know, if I just want to doodle it, then I can probably drag that across from something else and just literally chop it in pieces, and that would work, you know. Let's have a listen to some synth sounds that we've got here, because this is probably going to be quite. So it says animated first. Let's have a listen to this. So we're in the key of G major in this main bit, the bass notes so far. All right. Let's go to this one first. Let's have a listen. Yeah, okay. Getting there. Wow. It's real disco, isn't it? Where would that go? Let me have a listen. Fantastic, but I don't think this will work. I've got G sharp major, G sharp major, G sharp minor. Not sure. Let's have a listen. That's very Sophie Ellis Bextor. So maybe not that one. I can't hear that working at the moment. Let's have a listen. Yeah, you know what? That might work, mightn't it? I don't want to over cram it with stuff. Do you know what I mean? So let me just take this one and take it right back to there, let's say. And let's listen to the beginning of that. Yeah, okay, that works, doesn't it? What's the second one? Yeah, you know what? I do like that. So that might work on the second half of that that stretch there. So let's have a listen. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move that along so it only comes in after the first two bars. So let's do this. Move that along slightly. Hang on a second. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? So let's have a listen to the beginning. Yeah. drag this one in to the second bit. So now that sounds like. Really nice. I'm really liking the vibe of it, you know. And just beautiful. Beautiful. I love all this kind of stuff. It's great. So we've got that. We're looking for some. So that was just animated, wasn't it? So what else we got here? Just to listen to what's going on with these loops. Oh, that was kind of synth, wasn't it? Yeah, so. You've already got that, haven't we? Yeah, which is cool. Okay, well, we're going to leave it there for that particular section, I think. And what else is on here? Oh, that's without the drums, isn't it? That's just the bass. Oh, love that. Ensemble, really? Okay, it's pretty cool. I like that. So what does it do after this bit? Changes key anyway, so I don't want to drag any more on that in. To make wow, that's quite the compliment. Thank you, Tom. Bar lounge music. Yeah, you're right. Well, it's that kind of thing, isn't it? And you know, people crave it, and particularly if you can aim yourself at you know, people like Epidemic Sound. Tom, I know you're aware of them, and I subscribe to them as well. And you know, they're always looking for artists that can come up with these kind of things. And if you come up with a massive beat like that, you know, maybe 2.5, 3 minute long song, then yeah, there's a pretty good chance that they could you know, they could pay you for it. Who knows? But you know, this is easy stuff. It's not. I'm not putting a great deal of effort into this, as you can tell. It's just literally dragging loops in, putting them where I think they should go within the song, if you will, and making sure that it works. And of course, what we're dealing with here is house. It's very kind of funky house as well. So it's you know, it really works. So thanks very much indeed, by the way. Let's have a look here. Sounds great. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's do this bit. I love where that clap comes in. That's great. That's a great idea. Whose idea was that? Oh, it's mine. I'm not joking. If you've got any other ideas, by the way, just pop them in, won't you? And I'll do my best to get them included in the song. So we're looking for, going back to other. Let's have a look at other. Kick, snare, loop, tops. Let's have a listen to this. You wanted reverse, didn't you? Well, that's easy to do. Okay, there's quite a bit in there. Look at all that. Unreal. And you notice that this particular sample is 125, right? But because we've set the overall BPMs of the song at 120, whenever I drag something in, it automatically snaps to grid and it will reduce the BPMs for me. Now, if you didn't do that on the way in, it's very complex to change the beats per minute for each file when you drag them in. Does that make sense? So you're better off doing it before you start the song and before you import the whole song, rather than trying to do it afterwards, because it's just a nightmare otherwise. So this is a great way of doing it. So what we're looking at, by the way, if you just joined the stream, you're very welcome, by the way. Pop your name in the comments so that we know that you're watching today. And if you are new, please do let me know. My name is Paul Webber. Great to have you along, and thank you very much indeed for joining the stream tonight, and hope you're getting something out of this. And if you do want to have a look at Presonus Studio One 5, you'll find a link to it in the description of the video, and everything else that I use as well as regards to equipment. Okay, so by all means check that out, and they'll certainly look after you. They've got a great aftercare or after service care team that look after you, you know, once you've kind of bought the stuff and you move on. So you'll be well looked after anyway, definitely. Okay, so let's go back to that screen there. Okay, so here we are so far. Okay, I'm really liking the groove. Now we're trying to find this reverse cymbal, aren't we, without messing around too much. Let's have a look here. So, kick snare. That's going to be... Ooh, God, that's fat, isn't it? Ah, wow. Okay, Chicago. Nice. Handbags at dawn, look out. Take me over to the dance floor. God, that's some fat bass on there, isn't it? I tell you what. Okay, we're not going to mess around with that because that's kick and snare. Let's take it out of there and we'll go to, let's have a look here. Percussion, has it got percussion? Yes, it has. Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look at acoustic first. It's just bongos and stuff, isn't it? One shots, okay. So we've got the claps, percussion. That's going to be a, yeah, it's just a click, and yeah, that's not particularly useful. What's this? Rim shot. Tom? No. No. Come on, guys, help me out here. No. Knock on wood. Cowbell. There's got to be a behave. Hang on. No. Wow. Okay. Symbol. Come on. What's CTC? What's that? No. Clean. No, it's all too short, isn't it? Drip. Nope. The reason it goes that fast is because the loop is on this particular sample. Sandy says, fun! Honestly, Sandy, you could be here all day, and sometimes I am just messing about in the studio, and it does take a while to kind of get things into where you need them. But I'm just looking for a reverse cymbal, as Tom suggested earlier. Would be a great idea to go like that, or even a forward cymbal. I can then reverse it. It's not a problem. Let's have a look. Shush. I wonder if it's under R for reverse. Rinse. No. Robot? No. Stop. Come on, think. Shaker. No, it's all like kind of percussive. I wonder. No. No. No, we're going into the weeds here, aren't we, a bit? So let me just come out of that because it's not where I need it to be, which is a shame. Tailored, what's that? Oh, it's a clap. We don't need that. Too many claps. We just need the cymbals. Where are you guys? Percussion, acoustic, electronic. No, it's all going to be gash, I think. Loop. Chimes, really? No. Well, there's a symbol on the end of that. No. No. What about stop? What about splash? Not quite. Sussex. No. Toner. No. Zizi. I like it, but it's not what I'm looking for. Tops one, shots. Shots. Tops one shots. Tops one shots? Really? Where does it say that? Loop. One shot. No. It's not on there. We looked already. Tops. T. Not on there. Nice thought, but no. Now we're going into the weeds. So there was one, where is it? The loops, is it loops? Where it is... Wait a second. Yeah, there's a symbol on the end of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new track, stereo. I'm going to drag, not that one, shush. I'm going to drag that in, but I'm going to edit it. So let's dive right into the WAV file. In fact, we'll double click on it so it's down here. Can you guys see that all right? So we want the symbol. And let's solo it so we know what's going on. Literally there, isn't it? So let's go cutting down here. Here we go. So if we literally cut there and then get rid of that, okay, what we get left with is okay, which is fine. And what I can do straight away is on this particular sample, I can right click and go to audio, and I can go to where's the reverse audio, there we go. Okay, so now it's like that. So we've created a reverse symbol by chopping up one of the samples. It doesn't, as I say, it doesn't affect the sample, because if I drag that in now, look, you see the whole thing is there and we haven't broken it. It's still... All right, so, you know, don't panic. Whatever you do here is non-destructive. And the good thing about it is you can manipulate any of the samples to your own advantage and get them into the song as you wish, all right? So that's pretty cool, I think. Let me just move that over there slightly so I don't have to keep waving around. How's that? Is that all right? Okay. So let's have a listen. Let's take this off the thing. We'll give that a bit of volume because it's probably not as loud as I would like it to be. And we want it to come in just before it starts with the drum beat again on this one, doesn't it? So let's have a listen to the whole thing. Like that. Let me know in the comments if that kind of works, because it works in my head and I've got headphones on so I can hear what you guys can hear as well. So yeah, let me know if you think that reverse symbol works, which is this bit here. Perfect. All right. Good. Should record those claps into it. I don't need to, because I can import claps that are exactly in time if I want them to. But I don't want to overcrowd it. You know, and we're already 45 minutes into it and 50 minutes into it. So today was just an idea of going through those samples, letting you guys choose the type of music, and then we can play around with those samples to our heart's content. There is absolutely acres and acres and acres of music in here. I can't tell you, there's just so much to explore. And you know, I'm happy to go over everything that's in here. You've got electronic dance music, you've got, you know, like we said earlier on, the pads, you've got organ on here as well. You've got multi-instruments. So, you know, if you wanted to drag in this kind of thing, You know, if you think that might work in the song somewhere, like say from this bit here where it changes beat. I actually think that bass would work. Hang on. I wonder if that's. I wonder if it would work if we dragged it into there. It kind of clashes, doesn't it? I don't like that, to be fair, so let's get rid of that. And you know, you can tell once you start bringing these things in, it doesn't quite sound right, just get rid of it, you know. It's all about making it musically, sonically satisfying, if you like. And this particular track, I think we're pretty much there now. I don't want to, and I said to you before, I don't want to overcrowd it. What I am going to do though, finally, before we finish at 9 o'clock, I'm going to bring in a vocal track. Okay? No, I'm not going to sing. I wouldn't encroach that upon you. But I'm going to bring in a vocal track. I'll bring that down to track 6, and there are some great sampled vocals in here as well. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to go to vocal. And don't forget, these are all in the same vein. We're all under the same heading of this house music section that we've opened up, okay? Excuse me. So we've got loop here. Let's have a listen to some of these. Female vocal. Male vocal. It's been sampled, though, hasn't it? So let's have a listen to... That's electronic. I don't quite like that. And this one. Don't think that's going to work. Let's try up high. Actually, okay. That might work. Let's try it. Okay. Well, let's have a listen to other things that we've got here. So, vocal delight. No. No.
Right, who's this? Right, who's this?
No, definitely not. I don't even know what that was for, to be quite honest, but there we are. What's other? No, that's drums, isn't it? So let's leave that. Let's go back to the loop. I'm going to bring in this one. Was it? Which one was it?
Before you before you
I know it's electronic and it's not particularly brilliant, but I think we're going to drag it in, and it'll only come in at the bit where we start the drop there. So where this comes in here.
before.
So it's not quite in tune yet. Hang on. Let's have a look here. Let's think.
Before you
Yeah, interestingly, it hasn't changed the beats per minute, so that's really annoying. I wonder why. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. So, file tempo. Oh, right, okay. Well, let's change it to 120 then. See what happens. Has it changed?
before you
No, it hasn't. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder why. Let's see if we can change it here. Let's have a look. It's interesting that it didn't change, because normally it would as you bring the sample in, which is unusual and annoying, to be fair. I don't know what that is. What does that do? It doesn't work anyway, to be honest with you. I could change the pitch, but it's going to be very complicated, so I'm going to get rid of that, to be fair. Let's have a look. Can I get rid of that? Yeah, good. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think we can... That's 130. This is the Vox, isn't it, at the front? That might work. Let's try that Where can we put it? It's really low, isn't it? Let's try that. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that. To be fair, that actually kind of works, doesn't it? So I'll have a listen. Or we might even duplicate it. Right click, duplicate. You see, this one actually has snapped to grid, you know, so we are getting the same beats per minute in this particular one, which is cool. And I'm going to duplicate it one more time. Does it finish on? Okay, so where that finishes, I'm going to chop it there and then get rid of that last bit. Okay. Yeah. And then fade it out. Nice. All right, so now we've got a bit of a song going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a song. Oh, great fun. Absolutely brilliant. Sandy says, so cool. Thanks so much for sticking around, Sandy. Much appreciated. Awakenings Within. Check out her channel, won't you? And make sure you give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. And ding the bell button as well. And that's the same with us as well. If you want to make sure you come back time and time again, make sure you click the subscribe button, okay? And ring the bell as well, and that'll remind you when I go live next, which is normally every Monday night at 8 o'clock. However, sometimes I do post stuff midweek as well, so make sure you check out those if you wish. Now, I'm wearing the I Love Audio t-shirt. Let me go back to the main screen again for you so you can see that. Okay. In fact, let's give it some more light. You can tell it's kind of on a blue background, which is cool. All right, so we've got that, and you can get that from my Teespring site. You can also get these in a variety of different colours from the same site, okay? It's a merch site. Have I got it here? Desktop capture, merch site, next live. There you go. So look for teespring.com/Love Audio's merch site. I think that's what I've called it. And you'll find the t-shirts and the mugs on sale there. And if you do buy them from that particular site, they are shipped from Amsterdam. So even though it's an American company, they do have a European kind of outlet where they send out the stuff as well. Okay, so it should come to you fairly quickly. These were ordered a couple of weeks ago and they've just arrived, which are pretty cool. They're on a purple background, printed both sides. I Love Audio. If you want one of those, can't remember the price, but anyway, look on the teespring.com/Love Audio's merch site. Just do a search for that, you'll find it anyway, okay? And you'll be helping me out running the stream and that kind of thing if you go on there. There's a link in my YouTube channel at the top of the banner. By the way, if you're looking at a desktop version of it, you'll find the link there in the banner. All right, so that's pretty cool. Thank you. And also you can support me on my Patreon page. I think I have the link here. Hang on, overlays and pics, Patreon, quick play. There you go. So you can support me on Patreon, which is patreon.com/Love Audio Production for a small fee there. You can, I mean, it's free to look at whatever's on there currently, but if you'd like to support me, you can do on that particular stream as well. All right. And I think that's pretty much it, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Please do leave a comment. If you're watching on the playback, again, leave a comment. Let me know how you found this evening's stream, if you will. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play you out with the song. All right. So until next time, thank you very much. And let's hit it.